Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am back again with another video, and today I am going to be talking about the books that I read for the month of April. Spoiler alert, there was only 3 of them. I'm sorry if I look sweaty. I was walking my dog and I had jury duty today in the morning, so that was horrible. I didn't get picked though, so that's great. So get your drink, because again, it's freaking hot here. If you guys hear any noises, it's most likely my AC going on and off. I mentioned this in my other video that I have really bad reading slump and I have not been able to get out of it. I've tried reading a couple of different books. I've been like kind of in the mood to read some more, I would say, classic type of books. So I might continue reading Emma. I was reading Emma this month too, but I never actually finished it. So the first book that I read this month was Tessa Dare's book, Do You Want to Start a Scandal? And I had gotten this book a couple of months back because I kind of started falling in love with Tessa Dare. I do really enjoy a lot of her books. I read her Girl Meets Duke series and I was like, let's give this one a try. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I didn't really care for this one. I can't really even tell you anything about the characters anymore because they were starting to blend in with a lot of the other characters from her other novels. I just felt like there was not much to these characters. They didn't really stand out to me in any sort of way. The main character in this book is Charlotte, and she is a young girl who doesn't want to fall in love or get set up with anyone, but her mom is absolutely like hardcore trying to set her up with everyone. And you know, she goes into the library looking for Lord Canby. I think that's his name, Lord Canby. So Lord Canby is one of the guys that Charlotte's mom is trying to kind of hook her up with, and she goes into the office and tells him, hey, my mom's gonna try to get us together. Like, I don't want that to happen, so I followed you into the library to tell you that. So whatever, they kind of get stuck in a scandal of, you know, why were you two in the library together? Like, what was going on in here? And everything kind of just happens after that. Again, I can't really remember much, and that kind of sucks because that just means that the story didn't really stick with me. But regardless, it was a fun read. I mean, it's not bad. There's nothing I can say like I absolutely hated it, no. But again, it didn't really stand out to me. I do prefer her Girl Meets Duke series way more than this one, but it was still a fun read. And they're short. I mean, I know they're kind of thick, but these are like the short books, so it was fun. The second book in my April wrap-up is actually one of my favorite books. I feel like this book kind of just blew me away and I absolutely loved it, and I made a vlog on this. It sucked, but I made a vlog, and that is A Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. And I know everyone loves this book, and for all the right reasons, you guys. This is a great book. I talked about the fact that I'm familiar with Achilles and the Battle of Troy. I've read other books and I've watched movies, and you know, I've researched Greeks and gods and all that stuff, so I do know a little bit about it. And I always knew that there was this sort of story that Patroclus and Achilles were lovers. You know, a lot of people were like, oh, they were best friends. They absolutely counted on each other for everything, but a lot of people assume that they were lovers because that was not uncommon back then. But I feel like this story is so beautifully told. I went into this book kind of expecting it to be all about Achilles, which it is. A lot of it is revolved around Achilles, but I did not expect to fall in love with Patroclus the way I did. I absolutely just felt like he had this type of spirit that not a lot of people have. So I really loved this story. Of course, it's told from Patroclus's point of view, and it's his journey of getting exiled from his his country. He was a prince, right? And he got exiled for something that happened, and he ends up going to he ends up going to Achilles's country or land or whatever, and he kind of seeks refuge there. They kind of take him in, and you know, he becomes one of the boys that's there to learn how to fight, and he becomes really good friends with Achilles, and we see them evolve through the years and the bond that they have with each other and the bond that they create with other people. It was really interesting to see the point of view of Patroclus when it comes to other characters like Achilles' mom and Briseis, who ends up being one of the girls that's captured during the Battle of Troy. Yeah, I mean, I really love this book. I can't say enough things about it. Instantly, like from the moment that I started reading, I finished it like in 2 days. I think like a day, I don't even remember, you guys. And again, I love it. I cried in the end. That last scene of Patroclus and Achilles' mom really grabbed me, and I love this book. I cannot, again, you guys, I can't recommend it enough. It's an amazing book. If you like the whole Greeks, like Greek mythology or any stories of Greeks, I feel like this is a great read for you. And the last book that I read this month is, oh my God, I can't believe I only read 3 books. Whatever, it's been a crazy month. And that is Verity by Colleen Hoover. I don't know, oh, my hair's so frizzy. I don't know how I feel about this book. I did like it. Okay, so it's more of a suspense type of novel, and Colleen is not. She's dabbing into this genre. She's a contemporary romance type of writer, and you know, she wrote Layla, which I've spoken of, and then Verity, and I can say that I did like Verity more than Layla, because I guess I liked that dark, like mysterious atmosphere that it had, and I really enjoyed, oh my God, I really enjoyed the parts where Lowen, the main character Lowen, is reading Verity's journals. So in this book we have Verity, who is a really famous author. She's written so many books that people love, and she gets in a really bad accident, and no one really knows what's going on with her, but her family and her agent hires someone to kind of finish writing her books, and they end up picking Lowen, and Lowen ends up moving into the house with, you know, Verity, who is pretty much in a coma, like, or actually not in a coma, but she's unresponsive. Like, she's alive, but she doesn't really do much. She's in a wheelchair, she sleeps all day, and there's just a lot of weird things that are happening in that house. And then Lowen finds Verity's journal, where Verity talks about a lot of things that you normally will not tell people. And I'm not gonna lie, it was disturbing. And that part where she talks about her children, like, I was so heartbroken, and there were a lot of things that I was like, ooh, but it was really good writing. I really enjoyed the writing that Verity, that darkness that she had. And there's this thing that's known throughout the story where Verity is a really dark writer, and she kind of knows how to dab into the dark characters, and she writes from their points of view. And that's why people fell in love with her writing. And Lowen is kind of, you know, researching, looking into Verity's work, into her manuscripts, so that she can kind of get into her headspace. And of course, that's where she finds all of Verity's secrets. So again, I enjoyed reading Verity's manuscript. The thing about reading a main character, I feel like I'm the type of reader that connects with the main characters. And if I don't connect with them, then I don't really care, and I start to lose interest in the story. And I wasn't really connecting with Lowen. And I think that happened to me when it came for Layla, because I wasn't connecting with Layla, or I forgot the guy's name, because he was actually the main character. It was from his point of view. But in this story, there was parts where I felt bad for Lowen, and there was parts where she annoyed me. And I guess I didn't like the ending. The ending is kind of left up in the air for you to kind of make your decision of what was true and what was not true. They give you a little bit of everything, and you're kind of like, wait, was it her, or was this one? You know, you never really know what happened. And it just kind of brought me back from when I was taking English classes in college, and my instructor was like, you have to finish the story. People do not like stories that are kind of left up to them to decide what exactly is happening. Like, it drives them crazy. And I felt like it was driving me crazy. And to this day, it still is. I'm just kind of like, no, I don't understand. Like, why are you going to leave it up to me to make the decision of what is happening in your story? And I mean, it was a really bold move for Colleen to do, for her to be like, you guys are going to decide what exactly happened, it like is happening between these characters, or who's at fault or whatever. I just don't know if I like it. That's my thing. I don't know if I'm a fan of that. And that's the part that's difficult for me to cope with, because I just felt like it was unresolved. But regardless, it's a really entertaining book. It's a fast read. It took me 2 weeks to finish, but that's because I was already in a reading slump. But I still really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good read. It's not my favorite, that's for sure. It's not my favorite mystery or thriller or anything like that. It's not my favorite Colleen book, but it's still a good read, and I just don't know how I feel about the end. And that is it for today, you guys. I know 3 books, what's going on with me? I'm sorry. I actually have been going through a lot. I started working full time again, and actually that's my only excuse. But yeah, so hopefully for the month of May, I will be reading much more. I have a lot of things I need to do for the month of May. My brother's baby shower, my cousin's birthdays. It's crazy. So I do plan to do more lifestyle type of videos for this month, but I do want to put in books in there. And yeah, hopefully I start picking up my reading again. But if you guys have any recommendations, any comments, anything at all, please leave a comment down below, and please like and subscribe. I will see you next time, and have a good rest of your day.